Uncle Ekason, sir.
Mario,
Aduke, sir.
recording has actually started. So,
Yeah, I can see.
um, I posted some two things on the platform for everybody.
Yes, sir, I saw it. I saw them.
Yeah, and it will be part of what we are going to speak to today
Okay, sir.
because different methods of controlling weeds is very
Mm.
important for productivity.
Yes.
And I want us to survey that very thoroughly. We need to wait for a few minutes because there
Yes,
are
sir.
only six of us then.
I will post it again now to tell everybody we have started.
Mm. There's somebody called Leadership Center.
It's me, sir. I will
Okay.
I'll change the name now.
You know that many times the Francophone group are far more than the Anglophone, I wonder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were asking me last week, are you going to be doing it weekly? I said, well, you will announce that one to them.
I don't care very much about the numbers. I care about the representativeness from different countries.
Mm. Yes, sir, so that the news can spread.
Yeah. Hello?
Is this the Reverend Doctor?
Yeah, I am on a Zoom meeting.
Oh, you're in a meeting. Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
I won't be there tonight. We're teaching tonight.
Yeah, I'm teaching.
Okay, I am too. I won't be there to see you tonight.
It's okay.
All right, brother.
God bless you.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, I think we have to start. We are 8 there.
Okay, I think they have sent a reminder.
Well, in America, there's a 1 hour change in time.
Yes, sir.
I sent something on the platform.
Yes, you did.
Well, the first thing I want us to note, or I want us to be clear about, did people have time to read some of the things I sent last week? Because if we don't read the literature to get more information and understand the principles well, we cannot teach other people. And I'm particular about covering the soil. I'm particular about applying agroforestry methods. And today I'm going to deal mainly about natural herbicides. The farmers need to know how to reduce the cost of weeding and making sure that the few crops they grow are producing maximally. We did something about compost last week. Are there any questions on how far we have gone so that we will know some loopholes and block them before we go on? The floor is open to ask questions before I go on tonight. Anything hanging in your mind about the CAMP-AGGAMMAL formula? No questions? No observations? All right. I want to first of all announce that we should encourage our farmers to be preserving and using local materials for planting. I cannot overemphasize that. We should avoid the use of hybrids from overseas so that the formula we are using may work. Let's use local corn, local guinea corn, local cuttings of cassava, local beans, and so on and so forth. The productivity may not be as high as the imported hybrid seeds, but it is better for our health, and it is easier for our people to produce what is ecologically adapted to our environment. Let's eat what God has provided for us and be grateful for it. There are some combinations that will help productivity. I think we mentioned some of them last week, but for clarity's sake, let me repeat some of them. It is usually good to combine at least one legume that will fix nitrogen, to combine it with one or two other crops, major crops, which you want to harvest, like our staples, maize with groundnuts, maize with beans, cassava with groundnuts, cassava with beans, guinea corn, millet, cocoyam, yam, all these things I'm mentioning, these staples, with one or two leguminous nitrogen-fixing plants or crops. So you harvest, first of all, the legumes. The legumes usually take about 3 months to mature. You harvest those ones. Meanwhile, they have supplied a lot of nitrogen to the soil, and the nitrogen is available to cassava, available to corn, to guinea corn, to millet, to rice, to cocoyam, to tomatoes, all types of things you are growing there. Again, the nitrogen-fixing plants, whether they are crops or only cover plants, are supplying shade to the soil, preventing erosion, preventing evapotranspiration, allowing aeration into the soil, adding humus to the soil by rotting leaves and so on. Best of all, if it is nitrogen-fixing plants that also produce what we will eat, then it's a double advantage. Let's emphasize groundnuts, different types of beans, and particularly also Kajanus. Kajanus kajan, that is pigeon pea. One advantage about pigeon pea is that it is a wonderful weed killer, a wonderful herbicide. How many of us know about Imperata cylindrica? Imperata cylindrica. Spear grass. Anybody on the platform who knows spear grass? Spear grass grows like rice. If you look at it from afar, you would think it's a field of rice. But we call it the stubborn grass. The roots are very, very difficult to eradicate. And it doesn't allow crops to grow well at all. In fact, if you grow any crop in spear grassland, you are sure to lose everything. But if you plant Kajanus kajan, which is pigeon pea, in a field of spear grass, within a few months, all the spear grass will vanish because Cajanus is able to both produce a chemical that will destroy the roots of speargrass and also to provide a shade over speargrass so that speargrass does not photosynthesize well and dies automatically. I have personally used it on my farm back home. An area that was infested with speargrass is now completely redeemed for beautiful crops. So as we are going into the topic of tropical herbicides, natural tropical herbicides, I want you to note that pigeon pea as number one to use. It is not in the formula directly, but what I'm doing now is to expand the formula in such a way that if you don't get what is in the formula for herbicide, you can use alternatives that are available. First of all, before we do it, can somebody tell me the herbicides in our formula? At least one or two herbicides in our formula specifically. We have done that long ago. I just want us to be sure we are on the same line. CAMP-AGGAMMAL, which of the acronyms stand for herbicides or can work as a herbicide to destroy weeds? I need a feedback right now.
Really, sir. Sunday from the Gambia.
Oh, Tunde, how are you?
Ekalesa.
God bless you. Yeah,
Amen.
Pureria.
Yes, sir.
Pureria is a very good one. It's a
and
cover
Mukuna.
crop. Huh?
Mukuna.
Mukuna is another very good one. And both of them happen to be leguminous plants. So they are not only herbicides, they are nitrogen fixers, they are fertilizers. They also preserve water. They are able to process the soil under them to become more nutritive to plants. They aerate the soil. They can turn clay soil into very good humus for growth. They encourage the multiplication of useful bacteria, fungi, and worms. And of course, they produce food for man. They also produce leaves and stems as fodder for farm animals. The advantages are multiple, but we are concentrating tonight on plants that serve as herbicides so that you don't need to use labor and you don't need to use chemicals. Any others in the formula itself? All right. Do we remember centrosema? Do we remember centrosema?
Yes, sir.
As an alternative to pueraria if you don't have pueraria? Is there anybody who knows centrosema? Anybody? Centrosema pubescens. I want this to be very practical. Can you Google it? Google the image. Pubescens. Centrosema pubescens. The pubescens is Pubescens. You will see the violet or pink flower. You will see the oval green leaves. Very tender stems.
Yes, I cited it in the Google, sir. I've had screenshot and send it to our WhatsApp group.
Yeah, please do so. That will be good. Now, it's a very common plant. It grows in many tropical places. It grows wild, but you can gather the seeds and broadcast the seed in your farm. It will cover the ground very well. All right. Now, I want you to go to the platform and download 2 things I sent there yesterday. They deal with many tropical plants, out of which you can choose suitable cover crops that serve effectively as weed killers or herbicides. That is not all. Almost every one of them is a crop by itself and very medicinal. That is not all. You can actually make money out of each one of them as another crop. There's another wonderful advantage. Each one of them is beautiful to look at. Many bright colors. Some of them, the leaves are very, very bright. Some of them, the flowers are wonderful. Some of them have got real wonderful fragrance, beautiful scent. Can you go to the platform and open one of them?
Hello,
The
sir.
topic, yeah.
Please, how and where can we get the weed for such? I've checked around the Gambia here, maybe not up to the up countries, but some of the communities nearby, I have not sighted such weeds before. So I wouldn't know if and where we could get their seeds if they are available. They are quite beautiful plants, very beautiful.
I think that is where we are starting from. You have to you have to either get to your Ministry of Agriculture nearby.
Okay.
So that they can actually, connect you with how you can get some of them.
All right,
But
sir.
they are all tropical. Every one of them is tropical.
Okay, sir.
I have particularly earmarked a few of them, which I think are very important. And that's what I want to discuss with us now.
All right, sir.
Are
Thank you
there
very
many
much.
people who have opened to those things so that I can go on mentioning those that we need to highlight and do some finding about them in your local place? If you are able to find even only 2 of them out of the list, and you introduce those to your farmers, then you are doing a very great job. Are you on the same page with me?
Yes, sir, we are.
Is that
Sorry,
only
I
Tunde?
am.
Is it only Tunde that's speaking?
Yes, sir. My phone
No,
was
sir.
muted.
All here.
I can hear from 2 people. Doctor has
Yes,
got it. Tunde has
Agnes
got
from
it.
Uganda, I've also opened. Thank you.
Is that, oh, Agnes, how are you?
Yes, please. Doctor, I'm fine.
Very good.
Thank
Any
you.
other person found it? I want us to be together. Have you found a list of ground covering plants?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to inquire because somebody like me, I'm not part of the WhatsApp platform. If I can
Why are
be
you not on the
put there,
platform?
then I'll be.
You have been coming every week.
Yeah, I've been there,
Doctor,
but I've not seen myself there.
Dr. Atandan,
Yes, sir.
can you take,
Michael, can you type your number on the chat group?
please let him do it right
Okay.
now. He is very, very key.
Please,
He has always
kindly
been there.
send your contacts to the chat box on the Zoom.
It's all right. I
We
will
have
do that as soon
announced
as
it
possible.
severally.
Please do it
Send
right
us
now
your
because
number.
I want you to gain from this. Do it right now. And please, as soon as he does it, send this thing to him. Dr. Atanda?
Yes, I've seen his number now. I'll include him.
Davis, are you not on the platform already?
Daddy, I'm not on the platform.
Why?
I'm not sure why. I will find you beside after the meeting.
No, just send your
You can
name
send your
and number
number.
now.
I've sent it, Daddy.
Okay.
No, this number is for Davis. What about
Davis.
Michael? Michael,
No,
you haven't sent your number. Okay, I've seen it.
Michael has sent it. Davis has also
Yes.
sent it. Please do that quickly.
Okay.
Now, those are 2 important countries. That's Kenya and that's Uganda. Davis is in Kenya. Michael is in Uganda. Two important neighboring countries for farming. Any other person who is not represented, who has not seen the platform, please?
I think I haven't seen because I'm not on YouTube, sir.
No, you only need to be on WhatsApp. That's okay.
I've been on WhatsApp, but I've never seen any of the articles to talk of posting. I am on WhatsApp.
Uh, on WhatsApp, you can reach the YouTube anytime.
Can you put your, are you on
Just
the
put
chat
your,
group?
I am. I've submitted my number before now.
And
Got
you
some-
still didn't find your name there?
please
Please,
check the name.
can you send me
Ruth.
your number again?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I've sent invite to you, Davis and Michael. Please accept the invite.
Um,
I've accepted. Mine is done. It's already done.
Yeah.
Ruth, are you sending your
sir,
address?
I'm trying to, sir, but I'm not as competent as many people. I'm trying
Okay,
to, sir.
just say it. Say it.
Can you call it out?
Yeah.
Is it a
Okay.
Nigerian number?
No, it's somewhere here.
Okay, is it +1?
Yes, it's +1.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't have it on my head. I will look at it and then let you know, Dr. Martins.
That's all right.
Okay.
Are you seeing the chat group, ma? Hello, mommy. Do you see the chat group? Are you seeing the chat on this call?
Are you talking to Ruth?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, I have. I'm just going to go and look for my number. I don't have it in my head. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can I type my number for you and then you can send me your number directly?
I can call it for you now. I have it.
Okay.
Okay.
+1 984.
Just a minute, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes. 984. Yes.
848
8. Yes, ma'am.
7366.
73.
And please, Dr. Martin, if you chat your number so that I don't have to start bothering Daddy when I'm stuck, I can always, if you don't mind, I can always ask you questions instead of.
Okay, ma'am.
Please, thank you.
No, once you are on the platform,
Yes, sir.
it will be easy to ask anything.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other person?
So I need to take our number one more time.
Okay.
Mommy, yes, please go ahead.
Okay.
984, you said?
Yes. 984
Yes.
848
848, yes.
7366.
66. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody has rightly spelled Centrosema pubescens there.
I was just guessing.
Now, Davis has sent his acceptance listing.
Yes. Just a minute. Uncle, is it the two you
Yeah,
sent?
send the two. Send both. Send both.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, Brother Davis and Brother Michael, you should have it now. Do you have it, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay, welcome.
Yes, I've already received now.
Good.
You have to send to Ruth too.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Thank you, sir.
Please, I sent you an invite. Did it come to your phone? Hello, ma.
I'm trying to see where I can find it. I haven't seen anything coming in.
Wow.
So go back to my WhatsApp or go to YouTube or where?
No, your WhatsApp. Directly
My
to your
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Oh, it says sending failed. Why?
I haven't seen it on my WhatsApp.
Yes, it just notified me now that the sending failed.
Maybe if I put your number in my contact, will it come? Will that help?
Okay. Just a minute. Let me.
Okay. I'm sorry to delay everybody. My apologies.
No, it's part of the learning process.
Thank you, sir.
Why is the invite not going to your phone? Let me show you my number. My number is this is my number. The invite to your phone is being declined. I don't know. Maybe you have a setting that declines invite. But this is my number. I've just posted my number. Can you see if my number can register on your phone?
Okay, I will try and see.
Then you can send me a message.
Okay.
Okay, so Uncle, it will be done in a minute. If you go ahead, she will just send me
I will catch up.
the contact and then I will send it to her. Yeah, I think your phone has a setting that declines people just bringing you into groups. So it keeps declining.
I will get my daughter to help me. I don't know how to go about the setting. Sorry.
Yes. Those who don't want to just get involved in different kinds of groups all over the place, they put up that setting. So
last year my phone was hacked. So I think.
Oh, okay.
And they had to. She had to find money to buy me another one. They ruined it. So maybe that's why they.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I sent you my number. Did you try to enter my number on your phone?
Okay.
If you enter my number on your phone, you can give it a call and see.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Abitunde, are you able to put this number on your?
Yes, Daddy, if you send it to me on the chat, I can pick it, save it, They now share the contact with you. Then you can add to the group. Can you do that, sir?
Yes, I'll check. I'm trying to do. Let me see if she able to go to.
Two, three, four. Two, six, six, eight, one, three, four, six. Okay, so I'm go. No. Yeah. Am I? Okay. So, uh-oh.
It's still not possible.
Yeah, I think they put the phone on a setting that doesn't allow anybody who is not on her contact to add her on WhatsApp.
I'm coming.
Forward the link to me.
And
So I'll forward it
you
to her.
mean, can't you send the thing to her WhatsApp directly without the platform at all?
Yes, the WhatsApp, her WhatsApp is not even accepting my
But
message.
it should now. Let me see what I can send you a chat.
Oh, okay, good. Let's see.
Because I have put your name in.
Okay, good. Please.
I'll try and see. Okay.
Did it go through
No,
yet?
no, not yet. Not
Daddy,
yet.
alternatively, if you have a contact saved into your phone, you
Yes.
can move those links from the group directly to her. In the
Yes,
interim, it's be
I
added
saved
to
it. I
Yes,
saved
sir.
it in my
That's what
phone,
I
but it's not
suggested.
allowing me
Yes.
to.
8036.
That's funny.
It's understandable. You have to do all of those securities now because
I'm sorry. I will ask my daughter to help me after this. Just go on. Now that I have your number, Dr. Atanda, I'll keep in touch if you don't
okay,
mind. Please.
okay, ma.
Thank you.
As I was saying earlier, that maybe you should forward the link to the general group, then I can forward it to her. Since her phone has a setting.
Biodun, are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Please, what did you say?
Yes, I have access to her. Maybe you forward the link to the general group, then I'll forward it to her so she can access it from there.
The link is on the general. Are you on the WhatsApp group, Abiodun?
Yes, I am.
It's there
Yes.
already. Those are the pictures.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
I'm so sorry, sir. So I've delayed everybody.
No, I think what I will do for today now, because of not all people having this thing, is have time to study the two things I have sent carefully during the week. Try to identify as many of them as possible. If you are able to identify even one or two in your area or country, give me a feedback. And then when we meet next week, we will discuss them thoroughly. But meanwhile, let me give you some common ones that all of you may know so that we can go on. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. There's one very common plant in most tropical countries, at least in Africa. We use it in pastures for cattle to feed upon.
Okay.
But it's a very good cover crop in gardens. It is called Stylozanthus. Stylozanthus. S-T-Y-L. Stylo. S-T-Y-L-O. S-A-N-T-H-E-S. Stylozanthus. 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 The second name is biflora. Biflora. B-I-F-L-O-R-A. Stylozanthus biflora.
Oh, okay.
Now, that plant grows to a height of about 1 foot, just only about 1 foot, and begins to spread on the ground to cover the ground. And any other weed on the ground will be obliterated, will die. So it forms a form of carpet on the ground. Now it's a leguminous plant and will fix nitrogen. We know the advantages of leguminous plants already. Now that one is handy. So in addition to Cloteria, in addition to Pueraria, in addition to Mucuna, in addition to Centrosema, you have this one coming up, Stylozanthus biflora. You can Google it and see the image, but I can later on send it to you. Remember that we have discussed Cajanus cajan, that is pigeon pea. Pigeon pea. So we have at least 6 possible cover crops now that are fairly easy to find. Apart from these ones, we have the different types of beans growing in different areas in the tropics. Find out the local beans in your area and introduce that to the farmers so that they can use them as part of their practice in covering the ground. Remember, the double advantage is that they can harvest those crops themselves for food. The byproducts are good for animal feed, fodder. Many byproducts are also good for making your compost. Also, for small gardens, in an area where you are able to grow bananas and plantains, the dry leaves of plantain, those long leaves, can be used directly on the garden floor. Just put them down horizontally on the floor, and that forms a form of mulch that prevents weed growth. If you are walking on the farm or in the garden, you step on them. Later on, they will get rotten and form part of the soil and become fertilizer to the soil. You only replenish them by adding more of the leaves. Likewise, any trees or other things growing around your area where you can get their leaves together, particularly those with big leaves, gather those leaves and spread them on the floor, open spaces in the garden as mulch, M-U-L-C-H, as mulch to cover the ground. Once the ground is covered, any seeds of weeds under cannot germinate easily. They die. I've told us about sawdust before, but now let's make it formal. When we were doing compost, I said sawdust can be used as carbon source to make one layer of the compost. But the same sawdust can be spread over any open land that will cause weeds to grow in the farm or in the garden. Just spread it about 1 inch thick, and that is it. No seed of any weed can grow through the sawdust. It serves like a carpet. Shavings from a carpentry shop can also serve as mulch to prevent weeds from growing. Waste papers, newspapers, wrapping papers, all types of papers that are no more useful can be shredded into pieces and spread over farmland or garden land. It's full of carbon and will replenish the soil. If you are in a place where plants like bamboo, do we know bamboo? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
know.
Bamboo leaves fall down very, very easily. And they usually form a canopy over soil wherever the leaves fall. You can use a basket to collect many of the falling leaves. Very easy to collect them. Go and spread it. Go and spread it in your garden, on the floor of the garden. Where you are short of such materials like those leaves or paper or sawdust, the little you collect, put them directly under your crop. Form a circle around your crop. Let's say about 6 inches to 1 foot in radius. Just put the thing around there so that weeds don't grow directly where your plant is absorbing minerals, water, and so on from the soil. If any weed would grow at all, it will be far away from the stem of your crop. But the best thing is to cover almost the whole soil with some organic matter that will form a cover. Weed control naturally is extremely important. Another agricultural practice that helps to control weeds is to plant your crop not too far from each other. Once it is going to yield bountifully for you, you should diminish the distance between two plants. For example, if you are planting corn, and some people are planting it 4 feet apart, you can plant yours 3 feet apart, or even 2 feet apart. You are saving soil, you are saving space, and the density of what you have planted will increase. And because the leaves of the two adjacent corn plants will be close to each other, you will find that they form a canopy and they do not allow sunlight to penetrate right down to the soil. Because of that canopy, many weeds which are light loving sunlight will not be able to grow. Form a canopy. Another method is to use varieties of crops that branch early from the ground. There are some varieties of crops like cassava that will branch early from the ground like a foot high, instead of branching about 4 feet or 5 feet high. When they branch early, the branches form an inverted umbrella like a parachute, forming that spreading arms, as the thing grows up, it spreads upwards, and the leaves form a very dense canopy. Not many weeds can grow in the shade of that type of cassava. Again, find out locally some of the varieties of such crops that grow like that. Next, there are some ferns, F-E-R-N-S. There are some ferns that grow easily under shade. And are able to eradicate other weeds on the ground. Those are particularly good for small tree crops and fruit trees. The fruit trees will form shade, and under the shade, you grow these ferns. The ferns will spread very fast. Are there anybody who have come from cocoa growing areas where you grow cocoa, C-O-C-O-A, cocoa, Theobroma? In good cocoa farms, you will usually find a particular fern growing, and the fern takes over the whole place so that not many weeds are able to grow. You can also deliberately plant cocoyam under fruit trees. The cocoyam grows fast, likes moist places, and the big leaves form a canopy, a shade, that prevents many weeds from growing. So it's a double advantage. You get your fruit trees doing well, and you get your cocoyam as a crop too, but it serves as a cover crop. Okay, one common spice or herb, medicinal herb, which you can grow as a cover crop in your garden, is what people refer to as scent leaf. Scent leaf or sweet basil. Sweet basil. The scientific name is Ocimum. Ocimum, O-C-I-M-U-M. Ocimum basilicum. Ocimum basilicum. Sweet basil. Do we know it?
I know scent leaf. I don't know.
Ephedrine.
Okay, yeah, scent leaf.
Scent leaf. It grows very easily. It grows densely.
Okay.
Well, now scent leaf is extremely medicinal. You can also use it as a flavoring in soup and stews and salads. You can use it for tea. Go and Google about it and you'll find that it's very advantageous for your health. So it's not only keeping your soil covered. The fact is, the more you harvest it, the more it grows. The seeds are many, and the seeds will continue to germinate in the same spots. Very good for high blood pressure. Very good for diabetes. Good for all forms of inflammation in the body. Good for lung problems, pulmonary problems, respiratory problems. One other plant, which is very common in the tropics, that one actually grows like a real rough carpet on the ground, very green. If you Google it, you will know that you are familiar with it. It's called Portulaca quadrifida. Portulaca, Portulaca, Portulaca. The second name is quadrifida. Quadrifida. Portulaca quadrifida. Will you Google it now and see if you know it? Portulaca quadrifida is extremely common, even in local bathrooms in the villages. You will find a thing growing behind the bathroom, right on the floor, like a carpet. The leaves are succulent, swollen, looking like a very small almond. Very succulent. It spreads very fast. Portulaca quadrifida. Another one related to it in the same family, but which is bigger and bolder, is called Portulaca oleracea. Portulaca oleracea. OLERACEA. Portulaca oleracea. Oleracea. Yeah, correct. Are you people Googling this Portulaca, the two of them? See if you have ever seen any one of them. They are very common.
Mm.
Has anybody seen any of them?
Yes, sir. I saw oleracea. I've screenshot it and sent it to the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
I saw it when I was younger.
Okay. Now, that oleracea is even edible. You know, you can eat it as soup.
Yes, sir.
And it's extremely medicinal. If you Google it, you'll be surprised at what it does.
Wow.
So it's a very good cover crop. It grows very fast and will prevent other weeds from growing on the place. Has anybody seen quadrifida? No, nobody has attempted it. Portulaca quadrifida.
Quadrifida.
Quadrifida, I spelled it QUADRIFIDA.
Okay, sir. I've seen it.
You've seen the picture?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Just
I've
say
seen it, sir.
image, it will appear. I think some of you didn't live in villages, so you may not know those plants.
Mm.
But I grew up with all of them, so.
I've sent it to the page too.
Oh, very good. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It grows very fast. You see, it looks like a wonderful carpet. You take a little branch of that plant, just a little, place it on the ground, and in a few weeks, you'll be surprised. It will just spread so quickly. So just put a little bit of it. Vegetatively, it will hook into the soil and spread like a carpet.
Mm.
You see, you have formed not only a cover crop, it's a mulch, it's preserving the soil under, preserving too much heat to go in, conserving water, and so on and so forth. And your crop will be growing in the midst of them. All this increases productivity.
Mm.
Now, when you read the more than 30 plants I have sent to you as cover crops, and you identify some of them, we will discuss them earlier next week before we go on to other things.
Yes, sir.
The last thing I want to say for today is what I call one of the best fertilizers for any crop. Listen carefully. If you plant mango, use the byproducts of mango as fertilizer for mango.
What do you mean by that, sir?
Coming. If you plant guava, use the byproducts of guava, leaves, flower, seed, whatever. Use that at the base of the guava tree, allow it to get rotting there, chop it into pieces, allow it to get rotting there, and you are giving the best possible fertilizer to the guava tree. If you plant cassava and some of the leaves are falling down, don't throw it away. Macerate the leaves, put them around the base of the cassava, get it rotting, and bacteria and fungi and so on will work on those things you have dropped. Worms will also work on them. Turn everything into soil and release phytochemicals that will be useful as fertilizer to the cassava itself. I don't know whether you are getting it now.
Yes, sir.
The best fertilizer for any crop is parts of the crop that have dropped from the stem or the leaves or whatever it is, the flowers, and recycling those things into the soil at the base of that plant. Don't waste those things. Don't take them away. Of course, if you take them away, it's going to take a longer time for it to come back to the plant. But it will not come back to the plant alone. It may go to other plants. That means if you use it to make compost, indirectly it will come back, but not all of it will come back. Are we agreed?
Yes, sir.
So if you want your crop to do very well, anything that falls from that plant, put it right back at the base. It's a simple agricultural practice to boost productivity. If you plant banana and the leaves fall down or get dry, chop the leaves into pieces, put the leaves back at the base of the trunk of the banana. Everything will get rotten and form fertilizer for it. In fact, if you like, for that banana and so on, the dry leaves burn everything into ashes. Pour the ashes back at the base of the banana. When the rain comes, things will go down into the soil for the plant to use. Any questions for today? Usually we have expanded herbicides today.
Yes, sir.
Next week, Next week we are going to expand. We are going to expand the number of plants that can be used as pesticides. In the formula, we know neem and we know goatweed, ageratum, but there are many more in the tropics that can be used as pesticides. Yeah, Tunde.
Yes, sir, Daddy, I want to find out for some of those plants that are not very common and they are very medicinal. Do they have quantity for consumption so that they don't become maybe harmful to the body? I don't know if you know some of them that are quite medicinal for, like the one you mentioned for those that have blood-related health issues. Do we have quantity that should be consumed per time? And how best can we consume them to get the best of the vitamins and the nutrients that are contained therein? My questions are.
I've repeated it a number of times in our studies about how to measure quantity of material, organic material for use, whether in fresh form or in dry powdered form. You remember?
Yes, sir.
Whether the thing is foreign or local, the same principle applies.
Okay, sir.
You remember handful?
Handful, yes, sir.
You remember tablespoonful?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. But it is always better to use local materials in your ecological setup. I call it eco-medicine. Eco-medicine.
Sir, I want to say thank you. Finally, my WhatsApp and the messages are coming in.
Oh, good, good.
So I'm very grateful to the house and especially to Dr. Martin for his patience and all the help.
Thank God.
Thank you, sir.
Thank God.
Other questions or observations for today? If you don't have, I am challenging you again. Oh, don't keep what we are discussing to yourself. Please, the aim is to spread at least a bit of this knowledge to our local farmers to motivate them to start planting. Most of them are discouraged. They have stopped farming altogether, and they are depending on handouts. from overseas and so on. The land is lying fallow and nothing is happening because they are waiting to buy pesticides and buy all types of sophisticated things to do their farming, and the money is not there. Also, you yourself can practice a bit of this at your backyard, and from the experience, encourage other people. You can even do something in a pot. You can plant vegetables and so on in a pot, in an old car tire, and put some of these things into practice.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question, sir.
Go on.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Okay. So you talk about
Who is speaking?
I'm speaking, sir.
What's your name?
That's a
Where are
big
you
name.
from?
No, he says I
talk
am. He says I
yes,
am speaking.
I'm speaking, yes, sir.
I
I'm
am.
speaking.
I am. You are Jesus.
I'm, I'm speaking. Okay. I go on, sir. You talk about PGP
We don't know
as
you. We don't know you.
Kajanos, Kajan.
We don't
Can
know
you
you
hear me?
yet. We don't
Abiodun,
know
can you
you.
introduce yourself?
Sir?
Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, Abiodun from Nigeria.
Okay. Where in Nigeria? Where?
In Kogi State.
You are a very you are a tough person. We need to know where you are talking from. Kogi State is so big. I have Kaba.
Okay.
I have
I'm currently in Okene, sir. Okene, Kogi State.
okay, that big city. Yeah. All right, Biodun, go on.
Yes, sir.
What did you say
talk
now?
about, yes, I will repeat myself. You talk about Kajanos, Kajan, pigeon pea
Yes.
as a great weed killer, and other legumes like the Centrosema,
Yes.
Chibicent, the Shallow,
Yeah.
Sentis, Gracilis, and others. So I want to ask, aside being a weed killer, is there a way we can extract, like we can use their leaves as pesticide or herbicide, like that, or because
Yeah. But we are concentrating. We are concentrating today on their use as cover crops.
Okay.
When it comes to medicinal uses, I think we have discussed some of the medicinal uses of some of the plants in the past. For example, Kajanus kajan. I think I said that both the leaves and the seeds are very useful for sickle cell anemia. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Biodun.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Clearly, sir.
Yeah. Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I heard you.
Every one of those plants is medicinal. Every one of them. So it is left for you also to Google. You Google Kajanus kajan and say medicinal benefits of Kajanus kajan, and a list of very useful things will come out. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Do it to ephedrine, do it to any of the plants. You will see the advantages apart from being cover crops.
Okay, sir.
I mentioned to you that something like Portulaca oleracea is also very medicinal. We cannot do the details of every plant and all its uses on the platform because that will take too much of your time. So we focus on something and do it each time. Any other question?
Yes,
My
doctor.
problem,
Yes,
my
Agnes. Agnes, go on.
Yes, please. Thank you,
sir.
Martins and Papa Mike. I just want to appreciate this session very much because 2 weeks ago I was with the farmers, over 100 of them, and they
Wow.
had many questions about the wheat being too much now, the pest, the yields of the crops are not coming well.
Mhm.
So I know what to tell them, but right now I feel like I am very equipped to answer some of the questions.
Good.
But I'm looking at maybe when Dr. Martins is coming to Uganda, I would request him to bring for me one of your books. I am really interested in it. Words cannot express how grateful I am for this class. Thank you so much.
Agnes,
Yes, please.
you have that opportunity of meeting many farmers like that?
I can meet even over 300 at once.
Wow.
Yes, please.
Why don't you find one very rich man in Uganda who is a philanthropist to bring me there for 1 week?
I'll pray over that.
No, some people have got money, they don't know what to use it for,
That's true. That's true.
But when they hear of a good development work, they can give to it.
That's true. I'm seeing already God is doing great things here. There are people coming up to support the farmers. Like recently, we dug 2 boreholes without paying a coin. So I know that concern will happen. We'll bring you to Uganda. We'll be glad to have Uganda.
That is great. Now,
yeah.
don't only introduce this cover crop thing to them. Introduce agroforestry to them so that they may decrease their pests. If they plant many crops together at the same time on their plots, they will find that the insect pests and so on will decrease dramatically.
Yes, please. Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes, doctor.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I am so excited to be part of this training.
We thank God.
Thank you so much.
Please, if you get to them and they ask you questions that are very difficult, just contact me. We will discuss, and then you pass over the knowledge to them.
Okay, please, Papa. I will
God
do
bless
that.
you. Yeah.
God bless you too.
Uncle Abiodun has a comment. He has a comment on the chat box. Do you want to read it?
Yes, why not? Let me see.
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen it yet. You are mute.
Yeah, sorry, sir. It's there. It's the last chat. It's the last chat on the chat on the Zoom chat, sir. It's on the Zoom chat, not on the chat group. On the Zoom chat.
You can read it for Papa to answer, please.
I still can't see it, so.
Okay, sir. Let me read it on the Zoom chat.
Okay.
This is from Abiodun. Abiodun is here. Abiodun, can you read it? Go ahead.
Okay.
Please raise your voice so who can hear clearly.
Okay. I wrote that I also want to appreciate all the efforts put together. About 2 weeks ago, we had a club presentation. So I'm a young farmers group. Yes, so we educated the students, the teachers, and the parents present on the importance of Azagdiracta indica, which is neem tree, in a playlet, in a short drama. So it was really an eye-opener to everyone who was present. So I really want to say thank you.
That's great. Well done, Biodun. I said well done. Oh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
More grease to your elbow. Any other comment or question before we close?
Yes, sir. Just a final one from me.
Go on, Abiodun.
Okay, sir. Like I want to ask, the Arachis hypogaea, that's granules.
Yes.
Can you also fix nitrogen into the soil?
Oh, a lot. It
Is
fixes
in
a
a
lot of
green can.
nitrogen. That's
Okay,
why
sir.
I suggested, for example, for a heap of yam, you plant around the heap about 6 hypogaea, and it will supply a lot of nitrogen to your developing yam, and you have a bountiful harvest. You can do it with cassava. You can do it, with a sweet potato, particularly those root tubers. They will grow very big and nutritious. Are you okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Of course, you can do the same thing with soya beans. Instead of arachis, you can use soya beans.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, if there are no other questions for today, we will call it a day. Please read those things already sent so that we can have a comprehensive discussion and knowledge together and march on. Next week, we are going to deal mainly with many available pesticides, so that our farmers may be versatile with things around them they can use, not only neem and not only ageratum. God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.